early September 2022. What I have here, a zero turn. It's a zero turn, even though it's got a steering wheel. It's zero turn. Troy built, and what I'm having issues with, trying to go uphill, it's winding. I'm gonna try to go uphill and it barely goes. So figure I'm probably low on the oil, so I'm gonna change that all out in both of the rear units. It's a sealed, not supposed to be maintenance free. It's supposed to be maintenance free. It don't have a reservoir or anything. But if you look down, I don't know if you can see it, down that hole, there's an Allen wrench plug. Pull out. I'm gonna suck the oil out, put some new oil in, and see how it does. Okay, lawnmower here. Look, down that hole there's an Allen wrench plug right there. Got one on each side. That's your gearbox. What I did, I jacked it up, put jacks on it. That's only for afterwards. When I finish doing it, you run your lawnmower forward and backward and stuff to bleed. Get that oil in there before you put in bind the pressure on it. Make sure all the oil's in there good and the air's out. So what I got on Amazon, got me a set of Allen wrenches for extension for a ratchet where I can reach down in that hole. Got me a couple of extensions to pull the plugs out with. I'm gonna go ahead, here's the other side, down in there. I'm gonna go ahead and pull them plugs out. Okay, I pull the plugs out of here. The one on the right seemed okay. This one here, it's white, got water in it somehow. So I'm gonna pump it out, make sure it's flushed out good, and refill it. Alright, tried the little pump, nice little pump, but it ain't gonna do this job. I can't get that hose down to the bottom of that. And it's all so bad, with the water got in it. I'm gonna go ahead and take it off. Be the right way to do it anyway. Go ahead, I'm gonna pull the tires off. I'll drop that gear, take it loose, and turn it upside down and drain it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and first take them tires off. I got 3/4 inch socket for the lugs. Alright, I got both the tires off. Next thing I do, get this rod that holds them together, the two gears from right to left. Got a nut right here. It's a 11/16 socket. I'm gonna go ahead and take that loose. And then we'll start taking these two bolts here loose. And got one up here. We'll take it off. And then you got your little rod and stuff. I'll show you that. Alright. Trying to unbolt that rod that ties the two together. You got, let's see, this section here on the other side. It's bent, so you're gonna have to get a 7/16. That's what I got. Have somebody hold it while you take the nut off to the end. Okay, got that rod out. Then I got this here's your neutral shifter gear, whatever. Got the little rods on the back of the lawnmower you pull back, and it holds it in neutral where you roll the lawnmower. So we're just gonna take that pin out, drop that off, get that loose. Okay, I got them rods off there. I put my pins back in the hole where I don't lose them. Next, I'm gonna get the hardest bolt first. Get to, that'll be this one in the back. I can't get a wrench on this side, so I'm gonna loosen it up on this back side, which is a 5/8 wrench on this side. And if you need backup, it'd be 11/16. Put your open end wrench to hold it back up on it. So let me get that out, and I'll do the other side, same thing. over here. All right, pulling these bolts out, they're pretty tight. What I do is double wrench it. I'll put a wrench on there, and I take the open end of another wrench, slide it on the bottom, set it up there like so. Then you got a lot more leverage. Turn it and break that bolt loose. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this one out. It broke loose. Okay, you got 2 more links down here you gotta take off. You got your brakes. Got a crown nut here with a pin in it. Take the pin out and do the nut there. And up here, ouch, can't hardly get on there. There's your steering right here. Just undo that nut and just slide that off. And that'll be all the attachments to it. And then we still got a few more bolts to take loose. I think 3 more. And we'll do the same thing on this other side. And I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, got that pin out of there. You got the crown nut, which that's a 9/16 wrench. And then you also have this little bolt here you gotta take off, which a 7/16 wrench. Pull it off and that'll take your brake off. Okay, when you take this bolt off, the spring right there goes around it. Pull that bolt out, spring come off. You gotta watch out behind that plate. There's another little spring. Don't want to lose it. And that's your brake mechanism right there. Pushes against your little brake pad right there. Clean that off. Alright, I got the steering mechanism off, brakes off. Now I got 3 bolts left. Got this one back here, and these 2 right here. Now I better drop it on down. And of course, I got the wrench here. I got to use the double wrench to break it loose. And of course, it's going to spin on me, so I got to have a backup as soon as I break it loose. So I get that off, get them 2 off, and we'll drop it down. Okay, there it is. Got it out. Just watch your belt when you take it off. Drop it down. Don't break none of your little fans here. That helps cool the motor, the gearbox down. What I did, I had a couple of blocks. Put it in there, catch it when I took these 2 bolts off. And I just took it by hand and dropped it and pulled it out. So, take it in the shop. Dump it upside down, try to get all out. Put some in it, flush it out. Dump it out again, make sure it's clean. And I'll put some new oil in it. Now I gotta take the other one off still. Alright, got my gear. Got my gear here. Looking at both of them now, they both got water in them. So good thing I'm doing this. It's nasty. I just get it, dump it upside down. Oh, gross. Alright, I let it sit like that for 30 minutes or more, let it drain all out. And I gotta set up my other one, drain it out. Alright, take this one, do the next one. Sit there a while. Okay, finished draining the 2 gearboxes and transmission. You look at the oil, and yeah, I got trash in it come off the side of them, but that is nasty, no good. So what I'm gonna do, I got some regular oil, just put in it, flush it out, swash around a bunch, dump it back out again, try to get all the milky out of it, and dump it back in there. And once it comes out clear, put the oil in it that I bought for it. Okay, I got this one flushed out. I got another one draining. I got some. This is what I'm putting in it. It's my 20W50. Okay, I got this one filled with oil. Got my plug, gonna put it back on. It's got an O-ring around it. So, be good if you had a set of O-rings. You can change it out, but where I'm at, I ain't got none. So, I'm gonna just clean it up, put it back on. As long as I keep it stored in a shed, so you don't keep it out in the weather, then you shouldn't have worried about water getting in there and seeping around, getting back into in your gearbox. So I'm gonna put this back on. All right, time to put it all back together. All right, you get your 4 main bolts, hold it in place, get it all started, and then go back and tighten them up and then start putting the brakes back on and all that. All right, I got this one all back in. Got my link for my neutral. Pull it out of gear. Got a bolt here. It's tight. That's the 2. Got 2 here. Underneath. Got your big bolt up here. That's your 4 bolts that hold it all in place. Okay. Got the bolt back on. Got the spring around it. And your brake lever and your pins. Also, when you're pulling these brakes off, they got 2 little pins. You don't want to lose them because they'll fall out. I'll show you what they look like. That's these right here. And they slide in these little holes right there. So when you're pulling that off, watch you don't lose them. So I got the other one, I'll put it in there and I'm fixing to put this one back on. Okay, I got it all back together. I still got it on jacks. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just run it back and forth 5 times, and then we'll put it down and run it and see how it does. It ain't whining anymore when I go uphill, and it comes up the hill good. It's running good. So you gotta change these oils in these gears. The ones that said no maintenance, they're sealed. You have to take them all the way off because the little pump ain't gonna work. So dump it out, rinse it out good with some old oil, go back together with it. Hey, willing and able, you do it yourself.